Margaret Chen sat in Dr. Patricia Morrison's office, her fingers tracing the edge of the mahogany desk. At 63, she'd spent the last 5 years doing what everyone told her was the golden standard for senior fitness: walking. Every morning, rain or shine, she'd trace the same 3-mile loop around her neighborhood park. "Your bone density results are concerning," Dr. Morrison said gently, sliding the report across the desk. "Despite all your walking, you're showing early signs of osteoporosis. Your muscle mass has also decreased over the past 2 years." Margaret's heart sank. "But I walk religiously. 5 days a week, sometimes 6. How is this possible?" Dr. Morrison leaned forward, her eyes kind but direct. "Walking is wonderful, Margaret. It's been the go-to recommendation for decades. But here's what we're learning from recent research. Walking alone isn't enough to address the specific challenges our bodies face after 60. Our bones need impact. Our muscles need resistance. Our joints need variety. So what should I do?" Margaret asked, a mix of frustration and curiosity in her voice. "I'm going to introduce you to 5 exercises that are proving to be more effective than walking alone for people over 60. They're backed by orthopedic research, and I've seen them transform my patients' lives." The following Tuesday, Margaret found herself at Silver Strength Studio, a gym specifically designed for older adults. Her trainer, Jerome, a former physical therapist in his 50s, greeted her with a warm smile and a colorful resistance band. "These bands," Jerome explained, holding up the elastic strip, "are going to become your best friend. Unlike walking, which primarily works your lower body, resistance training engages muscles throughout your entire body. After 60, we lose about 3 to 5% of our muscle mass per decade. This is called sarcopenia, and it's more dangerous than most people realize." Margaret wrapped the band around her hand skeptically. "This thin piece of rubber is better than my daily walks. Watch this," Jerome said. He demonstrated a simple chest press, the band stretched between his hands. "This exercise engages your pectorals, shoulders, triceps, and core stabilizers. Now, think about walking. What muscles does that primarily use? My legs." Margaret ventured. "Exactly. Your quadriceps, hamstrings, calves. All important, but you're leaving out your entire upper body, which is crucial for preventing falls, maintaining independence, and protecting bone density in your spine, arms, and ribs." Over the next 30 minutes, Jerome taught Margaret 5 basic band exercises: chest presses, rows, shoulder raises, bicep curls, and standing leg abductions. By the end, Margaret's arms trembled with fatigue, a sensation her daily walks had never produced. "The beauty of resistance bands," Jerome continued, "is that they provide constant tension throughout the movement. This triggers a hormonal response that walking doesn't. Your body releases growth hormone and testosterone, even in women, which helps maintain and even build muscle mass." Margaret practiced 3 times that week. By Friday, she noticed her posture had improved. She stood a little taller. 2 weeks later, Dr. Morrison checked in with Margaret during a follow-up appointment. "How are the bands going?" "Better than I expected," Margaret admitted. "But I still feel fragile somehow. Like I'm going through the motions but not really getting stronger." "That brings me to exercise number 2, Dr. Morrison said. Bodyweight strength training. Specifically, I want to talk about modified squats, wall push-ups, and planks." "Planks?" Margaret laughed nervously. "Doctor, I'm 63, not 23. "Exactly why they're so important," Dr. Morrison countered. Sit-to-stand strength. Essentially, your ability to get up from a chair without using your hands is one of the strongest predictors of longevity and independence in older adults. It's more predictive than walking speed, more predictive than your cholesterol levels. Studies show that people who can't perform a basic squat have significantly higher mortality rates. She pulled up a video on her tablet showing modified versions of these exercises. You don't start with a full plank or a deep squat. You start where you are. Wall push-ups instead of floor push-ups. Chair squats where you barely hover over the seat. The key is progressive overload, gradually increasing the difficulty. Margaret joined a senior strength training class at her local community center. The instructor, Maria, emphasized form over repetition. "I'd rather see you do 5 perfect squats than 20 sloppy ones," she'd say. During one session, Margaret found herself next to Harold, a 70-year-old retired engineer. I had 2 hip replacements, he told her between sets. Doctors said walking was good, but it was these squats and lunges that actually restored my mobility. I can garden again. I can play with my grandchildren. The transformation happened gradually. After a month, Margaret could lower herself into a chair and stand back up without using her hands, something she'd been unconsciously struggling with for years. Her thighs grew stronger. Her core became more stable. 6 weeks into her new routine, Margaret experienced a close call. Reaching for a book on a high shelf, she wobbled on her step stool, arms windmilling wildly before she caught herself against the wall. Her heart pounded. That incident prompted her next conversation with Dr. Morrison about exercise number 3, balance training. 1 in 4 Americans over 65 falls each year, Dr. Morrison explained. Many never fully recover. Hip fractures have a mortality rate of nearly 20% within the first year. Walking doesn't significantly improve balance because it's too automatic. Your body does it without conscious thought. She recommended specific balance exercises: single leg stands, heel-to-toe walks, standing on one foot while moving the other leg in different directions, and using balance boards. The secret, Dr. Morrison continued, is that balance training strengthens the proprioceptive system, your body's ability to know where it is in space. This system deteriorates with age, but unlike many age-related changes, it responds remarkably well to targeted training. Margaret started incorporating balance work into her daily routine. While brushing her teeth, she'd stand on one leg. While waiting for coffee to brew, she'd practice heel-to-toe walks along a line of tiles. She bought a wobble cushion and would stand on it while folding laundry. The improvements came quickly. Within 3 weeks, she could stand on one leg for over 30 seconds, something she couldn't do for more than 5 seconds when she started. Her confidence grew. She moved through her house with newfound assurance. Margaret's neighbor, Diane, noticed the changes. "You're moving differently," she observed during their weekly coffee. "What's your secret?" As Margaret explained her exercise journey, Diane mentioned, "You should come to my water aerobics class. It's incredible for the joints." This led Margaret to discover exercise number 4, swimming and aquatic exercise. When she mentioned it to Dr. Morrison, the surgeon's eyes lit up. "Water exercise is extraordinary for people over 60, she said. The buoyancy removes 90% of your body weight, which means you can perform movements that might be painful on land. But here's what makes it superior to walking. The water provides resistance in all directions, forward, backward, and sideways. Every movement becomes a strength exercise." Margaret joined Diane's class at the local YMCA. The instructor, a former competitive swimmer named Coach Pete, led them through a series of movements that looked deceptively simple but left Margaret breathless. In the water, Coach Pete explained, "You're working against resistance constantly. When you push your arm forward, you're working your chest and triceps. When you pull it back, you're working your back and biceps. Compare that to walking on land. You're only working against air resistance, which is minimal." The class included jogging in place, leg lifts, arm circles, and something called cross-country skiing, where they mimicked the skiing motion. After 45 minutes, Margaret had worked every major muscle group without any joint pain. The other advantage, Coach Pete added during cool-down, is temperature regulation. As we age, our ability to regulate body temperature decreases. Outdoor walking in summer heat or winter cold can be dangerous. The pool is always 78 degrees, perfect for exercise. Margaret began attending 3 times a week. She noticed her arthritis bothered her less. The chronic pain in her right knee, a souvenir from a skiing accident in her 40s, diminished significantly. 3 months into her fitness transformation, Margaret's daughter visited from Portland. "Mom, you look incredible," she said. "But you seem calmer too. More centered." This observation resonated with something Dr. Morrison had mentioned but Margaret hadn't yet explored: the 5th exercise, Tai Chi and mind-body movement practices. There's mounting evidence, Dr. Morrison had explained during their last appointment, that Tai Chi is one of the most beneficial exercises for people over 60. It combines gentle strength training, balance work, flexibility, and mindfulness. Studies show it reduces fall risk by up to 45%, better than any single intervention we have. Margaret found a Tai Chi class in a park near her home, led by Master Lee, a 78-year-old instructor who moved with the grace of someone half his age. Tai Chi is called meditation in motion, Master Lee explained during the first class. Unlike walking, which often becomes mindless, Tai Chi demands present moment awareness. You must coordinate breath, movement, and mental focus. The slow, flowing movements looked easy but required surprising strength and control. Holding positions tested Margaret's leg strength more than she expected. The weight shifts challenged her balance. The arm movements engaged muscles she didn't know she had. In China, Master Lee continued, "We have a saying, walking 10,000 steps is good, but moving with intention is better. Walking moves your body. Tai Chi moves your body, calms your mind, and strengthens your spirit." After 6 weeks of practice, Margaret noticed she slept better. Her anxiety about aging, something that had plagued her since turning 60, diminished. The practice connected her with a community of older adults who shared her journey. 6 months after that first appointment, Margaret returned to Dr. Morrison's office for follow-up testing. As the doctor reviewed the results, a smile spread across her face. "Margaret, your bone density has improved by 7%. Your muscle mass has increased. Your balance scores are excellent. Most importantly, your overall risk of fall-related injury has dropped significantly." Margaret felt tears prick her eyes. "I can't believe the difference. I spent years just walking, thinking I was doing everything right." Walking is good, Dr. Morrison emphasized. But it's not enough. These 5 exercises: resistance training, bodyweight strength work, balance training, water exercise, and Tai Chi, they address the specific challenges we face after 60. Walking maintains cardiovascular fitness, but these exercises maintain our independence, our quality of life, our ability to live on our own terms. She leaned back in her chair. "I've been a surgeon for 30 years. I've seen brilliant, vibrant people lose their independence after a fall or because of muscle loss. The best surgery I can perform is the one I never have to do because my patients are strong enough to prevent injury in the first place." Now 64, Margaret still walks, but it's no longer her only exercise. She does resistance band training Monday and Thursday, attends water aerobics Tuesday and Friday, practices Tai Chi Wednesday and Saturday, and incorporates bodyweight strength and balance work into her daily routine. She's also become an advocate, sharing her story with other older adults who believe walking alone is sufficient. At a recent community health fair, she demonstrated a single-leg stand while telling her story. "Walking is wonderful," she tells people. But wonderful isn't enough when it comes to maintaining our strength, balance, and independence as we age. We deserve more than just wonderful. We deserve exceptional. Her message is spreading. Her walking group has transformed into a comprehensive fitness group. They still walk together, but now they also strength train, swim, and practice Tai Chi. As Master Lee reminds them, the goal isn't just to add years to your life, but life to your years. Movement is medicine, but like all medicine, you must take the right prescription. For Margaret and thousands like her, that prescription includes far more than walking. It includes the 5 exercises that orthopedic surgeons increasingly recognize as superior for maintaining health, independence, and vitality after 60. The end. Thanks for watching.